One of these days I'm gonna miss that chair. I might have done it already and just like edited that video out. I don't know if you know what the Kali Yuga is, but you probably say this when you get older, right? I'm nearly 100% certain that this is the Kali Yuga for many valid, undeniable reasons. Of course, this is obviously just the beginning of same. But, you know, that reference aside, if you don't know what the Kali Yuga is, I'm seeing all levels of insanity going on, but also, too, it's been going on since then. It's like we're building to a crescendo. Let's first talk about what's happened prior to this. By the way, I work 3 jobs, and one unintelligent person that I've unfortunately had business dealings with just suffers from gross incompetence. People have become incredibly unreliable. I mean, incredibly so. It's also the case that I've noticed that usually it used to be, and it's not always the case that you get your money's worth. I mean, that's a timeless thing. It used to be that if you threw money at a problem or something that you desperately wanted, you get it done. And now that's not the case anymore. It's really radically crazy right now. I also notice, and everybody's noticed, we all know what planned obsolescence is because everything is made out of plastic garbage that is, like a ticking device. It's just ticking down to its own destruction. And we get to use it for a little while, and then we have to go buy another. And that, of course, causes resource depletion. Even though we think we're so technologically advanced because we have computers and everything, back in the day, like when you ordered something from a Sears catalog, and this is even before my time, the stuff was designed to actually last. Stuff was designed to last. Let's not say stuff didn't break down. I mean, everything rusts, essentially so, especially if it's made out of steel. Things have gotten really, really radical. Also, too, what's going on now, a facet of which that I've not talked about before, is that the greatest sin that you could commit now is to tell the truth about anything. I mean, it's like the unforgivable sin to be wise, logical, intelligent, and above all, the greatest sin, truthful. Nothing will get you into more trouble than telling the truth. It's kind of always been the case that you shouldn't be very truthful because people are so sensitive. But also, too, the people that are not protesting, I'm actually talking about where they're actually breaking, smashing, and stealing stuff. People these days, and there's an ever-growing number of them, they literally think up is down, good is bad. They think everything that even 10 years ago, okay, if you're like 20 years old, you would even know this, right? Even 10 years ago, no one would dare say something so radically insane and crazy because, it's like the sky is green. It's like, no, it's blue. I mean, you take anything that is just like common knowledge, and people today, unfortunately, see literally everything upside down and backwards. Now, the universe has always been upside down, and this is where the reason why the inverted tree symbolism is an ancient symbol, because human beings always see things upside down and backwards. They confuse the existential self with the ontological or spiritual self. So that, of course, is timeless, but never has there been, except I think like right before Rome collapsed, was crescendoing up. Rome didn't collapse, it split up, of course, and I'm not here to discuss history, but people got lazy and complacent, and we imagined all sorts of things as true just to get along with others. Just to not cause agitation in people that are hypersensitive or hyper-fragile. I'm not saying you need to be tough as nails and chew tobacco and, brush your teeth with an iron file. I mean, you don't have to be like that, but everybody is, unfortunately, they've lost their minds. I've seen so much radical insanity where literally people think up is down, darkness is light, what is bad is good, and what is good is bad. I do not exaggerate when I see large swaths of people that literally think that working hard and being good to others and saving money and stuff like that, stuff that's just common sense goodness, right? They literally think that is like the epitome of evil. And that is, there's all these road signs that anybody that has their eyes open can tell you that humanity is, and I'm not a doomsday guy, I'm definitely not one of those, but there's all these road signs that say that humanity is heading off the edge of a cliff very, very quickly. I had, one guy call me today, and the people that annoy me the worst are the ones that will not, they'll tell you everything they think, but they won't let you get a word in edgewise, and everything they think is true, and common sense, logic, and wisdom, and just, oh, no, I won't hear it. No, I don't want to hear that. The world is getting chock full of people like that. People that are living in their own little nutshell. They're in it like in an echo chamber. Unless it's something that they've said or believe, they don't want to hear it. Even just 10 years ago, even though people have been, basically nuts for a very, very long time, people are radically nuts today. Here's one example of countless examples, people wanting to literally, not figuratively, but literally defund the police. And there was a video, it was fascinating. Something happened where someone took someone's sign, where they're chanting for defunding the police, literally, not figuratively. And some person stole their sign that they were carrying. And the very person that was holding the sign, calling for the end of the police, started screaming for the police. And that same person was seen screaming on video, "Somebody call the cops!" It's like, you want to call the cops because you're upset that someone stole your sign that you were carrying, saying, that's just one example of countless. Tell me what you think, huh? I'm seeing all sorts of earmarkers of people that, unfortunately, because of the internet and our iPhones and our iPads, and I have all that stuff too, people have become hypersensitive and they've become emotional rather than logical and sensible. And that is not a good thing. People that don't, that have pure reactive wills. People talk about free will all the time. Free will only exists potentially. What is potential is not actual. And here's an example, right? Now, a logical, intelligent person, if you kick them, in the butt, right, angrily, they would, think about what their next step would be. Well, if I do that, then that's going to happen, and that's going to happen, and that's not good. So I'm going to choose to do this, and that's someone that actually has a level of free will. Somebody, and humans now have unfortunately de-evolved into animals where they have purely reactive wills like a dog. For example, it could be countless other creatures. Not that you should ever do this, okay? It's just an example. You come up to a dog and you kick it in the ass. It's not even going to think for a microsecond. It won't think. It will turn around immediately and chew your ankle off, right? It doesn't think about anything. It's pure emotional impulse reaction. And human beings, people think, oh, we're so great since we have we got fancy schools, which of course don't teach anything. They indoctrinate you and make you memorize garbage. They don't actually educate you by a true sense of education. Oh, we got computers and iPhones and air conditioning. Yeah, we're an advanced society. That's not the case. Everybody's got a big screen TV. And we got 10,000 channels on, and there's nothing to watch. Human beings are, they've literally, their wills, and by their will, I mean the spiritus sanctum, the nature of their consciousness, or what is specifically the Animus Principle, has de-evolved into pure animalistic reactionary impulses. And there are countless reasons for that. The garbage that we drink, the garbage that we consume, and being addicted to these ridiculous internet devices. There's a lot of reasons for it. Overpopulation. It's the same reason farmers, I don't know if you know this or not, when in chicken farms, The little chicks, they have this thing called an egg tooth, and they got this little device that like whacks off the end of a chick's beak. Otherwise, when you put them together there and you throw the food out, they'll literally peck each other to death. Human beings are so tightly encapsulated in most parts of the world now. They're like chicks. That's what farmers do. It's called a beak machine or something like that. Anyway, just whacks the end of their beak off so they don't peck each other to death. Because, you don't want the chickens starting pecking each other and killing each other. Because every day, like, when a farmer goes out, there's, like, all these dead chickens laying around. Even if they whack their beaks. And if they don't whack that part of their beak off, then there's a lot of dead chicks. Little chickens in the thing. I know stuff like that. Not that I'm a farmer, but I do know stuff like that. Humanity, unfortunately, are like those little chickens. There are, of course, countless reasons why humanity is de-evolving emotionally and intellectually, specifically. Intellectually de-evolving, where they've are growing and expanding animalistic antithesis to free will. They're pure reactionary animals. And they don't think, they say stupid things, and they forward stupid things, and they believe stupid things, and they want other people to believe in the same sort of insane, illogical insanity that they believe. And you just have this mass spiritual virus, which really is quite apropos. Spiritual virus would be accurate. And it doesn't bode well for humanity. So you tell me what you think. Yeah? Tell me I'm crazy? But of course I'm not crazy. I'm 100% right. So, that's not good. I'm seeing just way too many people that, are saying darkness is light, up is down, and good is bad, and bad is good. There's way too much of that going on right now. Tell me what you think. Bye.